Hey everyone, so I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends 60 Years of Avengers Haslab Giant Man. 60 Years of Avengers thing happened a year ago. It was last summer, I believe, but Giant Man was a part of that program. So it makes sense to have him in that style of packaging. I have to pull the camera back here. You can see some of the background stuff that I have on my setup. But this box is absolutely massive. Just taking a look at it here. See, you got some nice artwork here of Giant Man with all the Avengers right here. Don't know if you can see that, but I have to look through the footage afterwards. On the side, might be a bit dark because the lights aren't hitting it that well. You got some Avengers on the side right there. On the back, you got that diorama scene we have with the buildings and stuff, and has some dead Ultron on the ground right there. On the other side, just the same artwork of the Avengers. On the top, might be a bit dark as well. Got Avengers 60 Years right there. And on the bottom, knocking some stuff over, you got Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest, barcodes and words and other things. But this box is kind of heavy, and it also is massive. But yes, go ahead and get this Giant Man open. Getting him out the packaging, you can just see how tall he is. I have to pull my camera back like 5 feet in order for me to get him all in frame, and he's taller than my background as well. Also see just the height of him with the smaller Giant Man right there, just to get a sense of how big he is. You really gotta see him in person to just get that sense. Just taking a look at that head sculpt, it's a really nice head sculpt. It's basically like the same looking one as the smaller Hank Pym. It's the same expression and all, just 10 times the size. But there's some nice texturing and stuff going on here. The face printing looks good. I was one of the unfortunate people to get misprinted eyes. Both of these two pair of eyes are looking off to the side, so one of them should have been the forward looking eyes, but I don't really care because I was going to use the downward eyes anyway. But turning them off to the side here, you have these white spots right there, which look good. Again, just really nice texturing on this figure going down to the torso. See more of that nice texturing going on. This little harness, whatever you call it, piece, it's separate, so it floats around. It has some nice texturing on it as well. Just very well textured, this figure is. And you can also see some subtle hints of shading along it as well. Like in the muscles right here, you see some black shading right there. It looks really good. Lifting them up, you see the shorts right there, some more shading along in there, and then the gloves also have some nice texture work on it as well. Very well sculpted and painted. This figure, I just hit my light. And then the legs also have very nice shading in it. And then there's the boots right there. Some more shading on the sides. And turning him around, he has more of that nice shading. And then you see his ass right there. And he even has some zippers sculpted right there on the back of the boots. Other side of the, on the other underside of the boots, he has a little logo right there. I point out they did do some nice little dry brushing right here on the belt. His accessories, he comes with an array of faceplates here. Already have the normal looking one on him, but he has this smiling one right here. Doesn't have the eyes in it. Just pop that in so it doesn't look so weird. But got the smiling one here. It makes him look like a serial killer, but it's a nice sculpt throughout. I really like it. And then he also has this angry faceplate right here. Really nice. And then of course the zombie faceplate, which has some really nice detailing to it. I love how disgusting the teeth look. He's got a chunk bit out of his nose. He got these little bumps and stuff, whatever they call it, acne or some shit. But it looks really good. Oh my god, I'm just gonna put this on him just so you can see it. And that also gives me a reason to show you how to swap the faceplates. So you just want to pop off the head, like so. A bit tight on there, but it has this little rectangle piece on it. And then we can just take off these antennas because we're gonna swap those out for the zombie ones after we get the face out of there. But you just want to untab this and then try to wiggle the entire head out of the mask like so. and pop off the face. Pop the zombie eyes on there because they're just gonna pop off anyway. Tab that head sculpt or that faceplate in and just wiggle it back in there. Tab those things back in. Take the zombie antennas. See, you got little chunks taken out of them as well, which is nice. They're a bit crooked as well, so you do that and then pop that on. And I think that looks really, really good for the people. I almost want to get the Zombie Avengers display, but I don't have two of them. This only backed one. Also has these white antennas that you can use, which match the white on the white on the mask better, but I prefer the black ones. Mainly because the normal size Giant Man had it, and it kind of goes with the little harness. Big harness, I should say. This is going to be kind of a chore to go to. It's articulation time, moving the accessories out the way. He does have a ball joint up at the head, so he can look up that far. He can also look down that far. Do have some slight head tilt. Kind of wish that was better. Some head rotation. Does have ratcheted shoulders. They can go up that far. And also a butterfly joint can go back and forward. I wish it can go forward a bit more, but that's pretty good range right there. And then the arm can rotate around. I'll just hit my background. Around 360. Bicep rotation right there. A double jointed bend at the elbow. Also ratcheted. Gives you some pretty good range right there. And he does have the individually articulated fingers. So they have a series of hinges on it. Them all out. There's 3 hinges throughout here, so you can hinge those the way you want to. And then the thumb has a hinge and 2 hinges on it as well. Has a wrist rotation, hinges forward and out, or in and out, I meant. Displaying his arms out here. He has a diaphragm joint right here in the middle, and then an inverted ab crunch right there. On the lower torso. It's kind of hot in this room, so that's why I'm kind of breathing loud. This thing is a chore to move. He can tilt side to side. Very good range right there. Can also rotate as well, and then can crunch forward that much. And out here with the diaphragm joint with the ab crunch. Get about 2 clicks right there. Can crunch forward that much and crunch back about that much. Straighten this out. And let me just pan the camera down so we can go to his legs. Going down to his legs, he does have ratchet hips, so he can go out. That is not Giant Man over. Does go out that far. It does leave kind of a gap though, right there. And then the leg can go, well, it can't really go back, but it can go forward. About that far. Let's go out more so you can see that. It can go out that or forward that much. Back down. He does have a thigh rotation right there. Then he does have a double jointed ratchet knee. Go kick that far. Can bend that far rather. And then his ankle also is ratchet. Can hinge forward, hinge back. He does have ankle pivot and a toe bend. So you can get this Giant Man in all sorts of fun poses. Any pose you want, he can probably do it. Well, maybe not any pose, but you know what I mean. Measuring this Giant Man, he stands at roughly, I think that is around 24 inches tall. I'm gonna redo that right quick, so I just realized you guys probably couldn't see that well because couldn't see the top of his head. So you can see it right there, 24 inches tall. Have to bring the camera out all the way to over here, but here he is next to a to the normal size Hank Pym. Here he is next to the Wasp from the same 2-pack. Here he is next to the astonishing Ant-Man. I just gave him Hank Pym's jacket from the 2-pack and in one of the little lab containers. Did he come with those? If not, I got that from the Lizard. And here he is at what used to be the tallest figure in my collection. Here is him next to Siege Jetfire. And here he is next to Ultron. Imagine if that was a tier, like a battle damaged Ultron. That would be cool. Like tier 1 would be a battle damage Ultron. Tier 2 would have been like maybe this Giant Man. And then tier 3 would have been the Wasp. I feel like more people would have acted if they did that. Alright, just to make it easier for myself, because I definitely wouldn't be able to fit this entire Avengers team on that review area. I went ahead and put him on my Avengers display. I have him standing there with Silvermane's. I took its head off to make it look like an Ultron that he tore the head off of. Yeah. And so until I get another Ultron figure, that's just how it's gonna be for right now. Get a better look at the size of him. There he is. He looks really, really good with all of them. So overall, I'm so happy to finally have this figure in my collection. Just his size, his presence alone. This guy is intimidating. When you put him next to all your Avengers, he just completes that team. Texturing and the shading on him is really, really good. I just accidentally hit Ultron there. And I do like the interchangeable faceplates. The articulated fingers are cool because you can do things like this. You can have him hold Ultron or any other villain you want him to hold. Articulation is good. He's nice and sturdy. I know he's not going anywhere. If you did have second thoughts about not backing him, then he's not going too bad on like eBay. People are selling him for like $350, which it's not good, but it's better than I thought he would go for. But if you like this video, consider subscribing. It really, really helps out, and I highly appreciate it. We're almost to 1K. But anyway, that's it for this review. I'll see you next time. Bye.